Everybody, welcome to Monarchs Live, Saturday night baseball time from Legends Field in Kansas City. Dan Vaughn with you here on Facebook. Glad you're along. Ready to go for Saturday night. The rain we had last night's gone. Been a beautiful day here in Kansas City, and the field looks great. The crowd already in. The gates open at 5. Folks already down there. Got some jams going. Everybody's just getting into it. Getting into your Monarchs, who have the best record in the American Association, now sitting at the 57-28 record, 29 games above 500. Should the Monarchs win tonight, that would put them a all-time 30 games above. Currently, right now, the Monarchs have been 29 above this year twice already. That's a franchise high. Previous franchise high, 26 in 2018. Really good things happening with this ball club. Last night, they won 129th Monarchs home run hit of the season, and that would set a new association mark. And last night with the Morgan McCullough 2-run shot to right. As a matter of fact, last night on the radio, we heard Easton, the young man from Shawnee, who came in and chatted about the big catch, got a couple of bats and some caps. He and his mate last night, Tyler, and they made off with the souvenirs. Oh, plenty of spoils for catching number 129 last night. Monarchs and the Milwaukee Milkmen. A little news from Milwaukee's front. You remember last night in the stretch inning, we heard a thud, right? And we look, and I mentioned as I came back from break, there was a trash can had been thrown on the field from the dugout. David Washington was ejected. He and plate umpire Jeff Minton had words apparently at the plate in his at bat where he flew out to left, but apparently a call at some point in that at bat. Washington just not happy, and that happens sometimes. Guys lose their head, lose their cool, and David Washington is going to serve 2 games in suspension for American Association timeout, if you want to call it that. So he will not be in the lineup card tonight from Milwaukee, but the rest of their mainstays are. Welcome back, Christian Correa. He'll be in the card tonight for Milwaukee. So I'm going to see him. And Anibal Sierra also, who was with the Monarchs early on this year, also on the card tonight for the Milwaukee Milkmen. Monarchs card looks like this, Billy. I'll take your questions and comments. Yes, 30 games over 500 has a very nice ring to it. 29, again, that hit last Friday in Chicago, and again last night here, and could do that tonight with the wind to go 30. But that's a franchise high. Again, that's have a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Morgan McCullough leads off. Morgan's at short. Charcer Burks in center field. He'll bat second. Darnell Sweeney, he'll bat third over at second base. Your cleanup spot is Gabby Guerrero. Guerrero is in right field. Casey Gillespie bats in the cleanup spot. Pardon me, in the fifth spot, rather. Gabby's your cleanup spot. Got my spots wrong there. Casey Gillespie in first base, having a very good homestand as well. Ibandel Isabel, the DH. He bats in the sixth spot. Connell Willis will be in left. Big triple last night for Willis. Wiped the bases clean. Will Kindred third. He bats in the eighth spot. And Daniel Wassinger will catch for Kansas City, all behind Kivas Sampson. On the bump tonight with the Monarchs. And Joe wants another ring. Go, yes, Becky, amen to that. You know, Joe is very much in the moment. I've known him now since 2017. Not a long time, but I've gotten to know him in fast forward mode, because you spend, 120 some odd days around somebody during a year, you're going to get to know him fairly well and ride a bus and travel and all that. And Joe is one of those guys in the moment. He likes the numbers. He likes the home runs and the things like that, but he's in the moment. He's in enjoying the ride. He's got a plan in place. They've got something going forward they're trying to accomplish. And yes, I think Becky very well may be a chance for another ring here. And that would be pretty big news in year one of Mark Brandmeier, Mark McKee, and Jay Hendricks and that crew's ownership. And I'm looking forward to that ride as well. So a very, very good point there. Gates are open right now. It's KU night. Got the some of the staff got the blue shirts on. I wore blue, but it's orange, so I don't know if I just matched what I wanted to match. I wanted to be really bright tonight. I wanted the bright tie and a nice shirt, so I went that route. But sort of a KU color, I guess. I'm just going to let my friends, the entire front office, except for like two of us, enjoy their night because, again, of course, our good friends, the KU folks down the road, and of course, all the Jayhawk faithful who are part of our family. So I'm looking forward to enjoying that night with them here at Legends Field in Kansas City. What else we got tonight? Got Tyler's Amazing Balancing Act tonight and tomorrow. You've not seen Tyler? He's worth it. He's worth a check. I'm telling you, worth a check out. Check this guy out. He literally can balance. I mean, he can take this model, balance it on. He can balance my phone, my laptop. I mean, you name it, he can do it. So today and tomorrow for Tyler. Game time tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Of course, tonight at 7. We are just an hour and, 9 minutes away from first pitch on aabaseball.tv. So still time to get out of here. monarchsbaseball.com for tickets, or just walk up the window down there. They'll get you set up. But aabaseball.tv at the top of the next hour. We'll come your way then and get you going on the video side. You radio folks, which I know a lot of you out there are, and I encourage you to join us on MixLR and the Monarchs Broadcast Network. And that'll come your way in about 39 minutes or so. We've got a loaded pregame show today. Coors Light flashback moment. Got a double dose of news today. One's a high note, one's a somber note, but one we should bring up on this date in Monarchs history. Brought to you by Coors Light, made to chill, and the association report with Ford. He'll also bring you Joe Capietri's show, and also the scoreboard and all that tonight as we get ready for the Monarchs and the Milwaukee. Milwaukee, it's like I said yesterday, it's about perspective here. Both teams are in the playoff hunt. Both teams should be in the playoffs. I mean, barring any major total meltdown, these two clubs will be in the postseason. Now, where they play, I think it's more up in the air for Milwaukee than where Kansas City is. Kansas City is just trying to chip off another day off the calendar, and if you do that, you should chip another magic number off despite whatever happens around you. Well, that it could stay at 5, but it also had a 4, and see how that works out. But anyway, for Kansas City, it's more of a, okay, do our business. Keep doing what we're doing, and let things kind of take care of themselves, because we've got ourselves to this point by doing what we do. And doing what you do is giving you the luxury of just kind of continue to do it. You're not having to press panic. You're not in a stretch where you've got to win 9 or 10 in a row. You're not having to make up ground. You are out in front. You're able to keep doing what you're doing. For Milwaukee, again, playoff perspective, but they're trying to get back in the number 1 spot because they lost it. They've had it for about a week. Now, remember, this division up north has had a rotating door for about a month. And finally, 1st of August, Milwaukee kind of settled in there. Built a lead at one point of 5 games, but now we've seen it go to 1 game for Chicago. They're back a game, 2.5 behind the pace are the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks, the play-in game. So all just a little different perspective. Maybe more desperation for Milwaukee, but I don't know. I think Joe would like to see this team do what they're doing. If they keep doing what they do, they're going to clinch a playoff spot. So I don't think it really. I don't think the urgency necessarily is the right word for Kansas City. It is the word for Milwaukee. And, of course, we'll be watching the scoreboard tonight as Sioux City and Cleburne down there. If Sioux City can win tonight, they'd pull even with Sioux City or with Cleburne in the play-in game. And then, of course, Lincoln playing Sioux Falls tonight. Big week for Lincoln coming up. They got Chicago on Monday. Back end of the week, they've got Cleburne. So they've got some really big games ahead of them. Basically, it's their season. If Cleburne can survive Lincoln can survive next week with 2 winning series, it looks like it shifts their way. So anyway, all right, Kimmy Sampson, he'll be going against Robbie Gordon. Should be a good matchup tonight here in Kansas City, and we'll talk more about Sampson on the pregame show as well with Joe Capietra, that and much more. Also, one more note on your Providence Medical Center health report. Ryan Grosjean not in the car tonight. Joe said he felt better yesterday, and he expected him to feel, at the time we taped the show, had not talked to him yet, but he had gotten better every day. What I understand is he's better again today. Now, still not well enough to go, but they think the progress is being made. They won't be necessarily made a long doctor's visit, and perhaps can be back sooner rather than later. But if he's got to go see the doctor, then you may have him shut down for a while. He's a huge part of things, and you want to get him ready. The luxury of being up right now, you're not really pressed into making a move until said time. So that's all good right there. All right. Again, association on the video side for you folks. On the radio side, let me give you this. This is where you go right here. Go to our link right there. All the extra bells and whistles. The interactive broadcast is right there on MixLR. We'll begin at 6:30 Central Daylight Time. Press the music and go. And we'll have that for you guys tonight on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. Monarchs and the Milwaukee Milkmen. Should be a good one. Game 2 of this 3-game series. Perhaps a playoff preview of things to come. All right. As I always say, I'll see you on the broadcast tonight. Help me out here. 1, 2, 3. Go Monarchs!